growing people change. It's a fact of life. It's a core value of our church. It's an unavoidable truth that if you're going to follow Jesus, he's going to change you. If you're going to grow spiritually, you're going to change. Paul told the Roman church, Jesus followers, that we are to no longer be conformed or look like the world. We're not supposed to pattern our lives after the things we see on Facebook, things we see on Instagram, the things we see on the news or our favorite TV show. Those are not supposed to be the pattern of our life. Paul said, instead, be transformed, be progressively changed, be in the process of becoming like Jesus. And the way you do that is by the renewing of your mind. The things that we think about are so important. Paul spends a lot of time talking to most of his churches about the things that we think about. He told one church that we are to take every thought captive and make it obedient to Christ. In other words, we get to choose the things we think about. Then he told the Colossian church that one of the things you have to do is just completely change the way you think by getting rid of anger, by getting rid of rage, by getting rid of bitterness. And he just goes on to list all these things. So the things that you think about have to change. If I, as a 50-something-year-old man, still thought the way I thought as a 20-year-old man, you would know for sure something is wrong with this man. Because over time, you gain experience, you gain wisdom, you fail, you succeed, and from those things you learn, and the patterns of your thinking change. And so if you're a growing person, if you're a person who's following Jesus, if you're a person who is maturing spiritually, the things that you think about will have to change over time. Another thing that will have to change is your wants. The things that you want will have to change over time. As a 20-year-old man, I wanted different things than I want now. The longer I follow Jesus, the more I just kind of want what he wants, not so much what I want. Your wants, your thoughts will change as you begin to follow Jesus. Something else that will begin to change is the way you view people, or your biases, or your prejudices. The longer you follow Jesus, the more patience you should have for people who are different than you. Jesus certainly did. The longer you follow Jesus, the more love you should have for people who think differently than you. Jesus certainly did. So this whole idea that a Christian, has to stand firm and never change is so anti-biblical, it's not even worth talking about. Christians, people who truly follow Jesus, a Jesus follower who is seeking the heart of Jesus, who is committed to his word, who is committed to becoming like Jesus, is going to change. There's no way to avoid it. It's not always comfortable, it's not always easy, but it is the process that Jesus chooses, so that we are no longer looking like the world, conformed to the world just like everyone else, but that we are in the process progressively being transformed. So the thing we have to focus on today is, what are we thinking about? What are we wanting? And how am I treating people? Are those things reflecting the heart of Jesus? If they're not, they need to change. Growing people change. Tomorrow I'm going to show you a place that couldn't change and is about dead because of it. Growing people change. Hope you're growing. Bye.